Hello Aquarius, and how you doing? Welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on the Astroflower. It is from the 13th to the 19th of May, of course. Ah, blimey, there's so much going on at the moment on the sun with the energies and stuff like that. It's you got to keep up. You got to keep up, and I'm trying to get a video out on Cymatic TV because we've had 7 X flares hitting the Earth. Starting from Friday, and it's going to be going right through to Monday. The aurora borealis are really going south, and this is changing the energy. And it's like I've noticed it in the readings. There's a lot of preparing attitude to the readings more than anything else. You'll be able to see all of this stuff on Cymatic TV, our sister channel. You'll find it linked in the description. It's a channel all about energy, basically. Yeah, and this is sort of, it's, as I say, it's affecting the air and the fire. That's the sort of energy that's coming through. And we haven't seen this sort of storm in, I'd say, probably 30 years or something like that. So it's quite an important storm at the moment. And yeah, you may well be feeling it in multitudes of ways. We're going to be going old school. That's enough about energy and the prana energy coming from the sun, the pneuma or the chi energy. The key energy. Let's get on with your reading. We're going old school. If you've been following the Astroflower for a long time, you'll know what I mean. How I used to do the readings before. They're coming back. I like them at the moment. So we'll see how that goes on. So yes, as I say, we're going to be looking at that. Mainly you got these. Let's have a look at your flower here quickly. Mainly you got the fire coming in. Your cardinal fire coming in from Aries, which sort of is about your karmic path and how you sort of direct it from the past to the future, basically. On your financial side, let me just readjust that because it's annoying me. On your financial side, you've got mutable energies, and this is to do with your fire as well. This is to do with your fire as well, and it's mutable fire. So it's playing a little bit with your passions as it go forward. Below your air, which you have fixed air on the outside, below your air you have this earth and water scenario, a very fertile land, and you tend to be very fertile. You can see that in your monthly readings. And talking about your monthly readings, the things that came out in your monthly readings for this week, I don't know what it is about this microphone, but it is really annoying me. Yeah, the things coming out on the monthly readings which we did, it was all about the 7 of Cups, all about the evident path. On your financial side, you had the Ace of Cups. And this is where you could play with your passions. And on your relationship side, you had the backed up with the 3 of Swords. So let's just see how that sort of like plays out for us this week. Okay, overall energies here. Karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your financial side, influence on the universe, influence on past self, future self, and general outcome. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight on in there. Overall energies here for you. I think this solar activity and the general energy around you is telling you to be you and sticking to almost traditional traits of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius has a very sort of straightforward thinking, as it were. Tend to be sort of like spiritually, religiously inclined, but also have a very sort of strict understanding of how you engage yourself mentally and how the world should engage mentally as well, and being very sort of clear about it. There is also an aspect of sort of John the Baptist. That's the Aquarian sign. It's an air sign, but it's giving water. It's baptizing people. And yeah, so you've got this sort of forgiveness factor within you really easily. So if you so want it, there is this case of like it's like that or it's not like that. So, and with your overall energies here, it's almost sort of saying play to your strengths. That's what I'm getting here. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, sorry. Learning about this and learning this with the energies around you, playing with your air basically, and that's that fixed air on the outside, because there's not really much in the way of air. There's a little bit here on your financial side, but it is fixed air. Again, that comes in from Scorpio with your connection to the universe, but you have that mutable air coming in from Sagittarius on your karmic path, on your financial side. But it's mainly, I think, to do with this fixed air that is around you. And I think this is learning how to play to your strengths more than anything else. The overall energy is helping you out to do that. On your karmic path, on your relationship side, you're distilling it all into one cup, as far as I can tell. Yeah, 3 of Wands. Take your time. I think this is what I mean about distilling. You know, I don't know if anybody knows about making moonshine. They make it a lot in France, and you got to take your time. If you rush it, you can really mess it up. I'm not a moonshine drinker, you know, personally, but obviously there's a lot of people in the mountains that do that over here. So yeah, and it's a bit like that. You've got to be patient with the world around you, I think, more than anything else. People may not be as quick and up to speed like you are. Let's see what's going on from the universe. How's the universe influencing this? The universe here is sort of saying, you know, put yourself first, put yourself forward, as it were, and be yeah, be you, be the strength of who you are, really, more than anything else. Yeah, this is the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. Excuse me a second. Cody, Vienna. Cody, Vienna. My dog has found a friend across the other side of the river, and I think he's going to go and play with him, but I think he's going to get in trouble. I just thought I'd tell you. So if he does get in trouble, I might have to go and rescue him. Anyway, back to you. Universe, King of Pentacles. This is all about the knowledge. I think this is about learning. This is what this is all about. Learning that pathway of using your air energy to, be very sort of assured within who you are. And that's what we get with the King of Pentacles there. It's all about knowledge as well and understanding. That's what makes his power. He's a very learned person, and you have this enormous capacity to learn as well, regardless of what you put your strengths to. Um, let's just see what's going on from your past self. I think your past self here is sort of saying the unison that you found by sticking to who you are and being true to who you are, because that's a repeating thing that's been over the past year for you. And this could have something to do with Pluto gradually going into Aquarius as well. The unison that you found in the past, don't forget about it. There's that 3 of Swords that came out on that side there. So there is obviously something that is sometimes preventing you to follow the evident path according to your heart. There could have been a relationship or an experience in the past, and it could be very long time past, you know, sort of 10 years, 15, 20, whatever, you know, it's not necessarily last week, but there's some sort of painful past that you're learning about and getting past. And I think that's what this whole sort of thing here is, being very patient about it. And I think this is, don't forget about the unison that I'm saying in there. So don't let that side eat you. Don't let bad experiences of the past hold you back from your pathway, because this could well be here saying on your karmic path here, don't wait around. There's that aspect to it as well. Let's just see what's going on your future self. This is like a realization here, sort of saying, it seems like things are coming to the surface that you didn't know about, like secrets or something like that, which creates a bit of a tower moment. It could be in alignment with that in a way as well. You get the 2 of Wands, planning for a future. That's what the 2 of Wands is all about. Maybe a bit of travel and so forth. But I think this is learning you're learning about something. You're learning about something within yourself. That's what it is. You're learning about something that is within yourself, of how to use your mental agilities. You know, you have enormous amounts of mental agilities, or mental energy, or third eye energy. You can use it to really start making a real crystal clear plan for you going future. And yes, you need time. And as I said, it's all about preparation. I feel this at the moment here, and preparing for the future. And I think you're preparing that within this week. You're getting ready to go off on like a mission or on a plan that you've decided to go into. What's going on with the general outcome for this week? It's like the Ten of Pentacles. What's coming out of here is like a richness, a completeness of your understanding of the situation. Ten of Cups. Yeah, you know, happiness after difficulty. And I think that's what that comes from there as well. You're learning something about yourself in the way of controlling your emotions, and how your mental can help you to control your emotions. And this is really saying goodbye to that from the past. And all of a sudden, it's going to open those plans for a beautiful future with you and another person. Let's just have a look what's going on in your karmic path on your financial side. And here we had the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. It's like you've got this standard going on in life. It's like it's like it's like a tomato plant pole, right? So it's just a pole that you stick in the ground and you allow the tomatoes to grow up. You know, the tomato plant. And the tomato plant is gradually growing up. The pole is your standard. You've got assurance. Yeah. And it's what I wanted to say. Maybe I shouldn't have picked it up earlier, but what I wanted to say was, it's like that tomato plant that's growing around it is like, these are wish fulfillments. It's like, you know, you've got that steadiness within your career path, within your business or your project or whatever you've got, or you're steady about yourself, and it's now allowing you to dream of the next level, the next step. And also, it's helping you to realize that you can turn negative into positive. You've got 2 pages on the cards here, and 2 threes as well. So, you know, there's a definite preparation and learning curve. How's the universe influencing you, or this karmic path? This is a lot wider. This is like it's a lot more sort of solid. It's almost like the eight of Pentacles here. Now you get the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a lot more solid. You know, the universe here is recognizing that over the past year, you've done incredibly hard work on yourself and how you connect to the world around you. And through this work here, you've brought excellence from within you to the surface. The universe is recognizing this, and the universe should be bringing you some very excellent energy, very good quality coincidences that's going to help you to believe in the next stage, to start making the impossible possible. That's what's going on. How's the past to the future? This is big as well. This is like it's similar to the 8 of Pentacles. It could be the 6 of Pentacles. But there seems to be a unison factor about it. This is what I was talking about, using your intuition here, and seeing the evident path that is in front of you this week. And that evident path will become a lot clearer once you start paying attention a little bit to the coincidences that are around you, and using for what you had in the past, like your intuition in the past, that I should be doing this and I shouldn't be doing this, has served you incredibly well. And I think you've got to remember that in that whole learning process of that mental energy. okay, that air energy, okay, your future self. It's like the Three of Cups. It's almost like sort of saying, be very selective of how you. It's like when you're growing these tomato plants, yeah. As they grow, you get these greedy stems which grow just above a set of leaves that you need to break off and throw away. So then the main flowers can really grow some really nice tomatoes. And it's a little bit like that. It's being very selective and choosing, where you put your connections. Intuition, as I said, from the past to your future. This is a very intuitive card as well. This is all about communication. This is all about uh, sort of sort of giving you a focal point of where you're going. This is what I've got for here, and I think this is what comes out of this intuition from the past. This learning process of how you put your Ace of Cups, your passions into your pathway, and realize the good work that's coming from the universe as well. It's going to give you this, this real good communication. It could be the communicating about a brand new project, a new job, a new business, that sort of thing. That's what's coming out into the future after the 19th. What's the general outcome for this week? Manifestation, that's what I'm getting. It's almost as if like you're really engaged in a magical way. Queen of Cups, very beautiful outcome of this week here. I think this week here you feel a lot more assured about your emotions, and I think that's to do with that sort of consistent pole in the middle, as it were, which is going to allow you to explore all the other avenues in life. And that's what's helping you to free up and feel a lot more sort of relaxed about life, and you can allow your emotions to infect the outcome of your the plan for your business, your project, or your job, whichever you're looking at in the financial world. But I think there is a case of sort of like, don't be afraid to engage, and don't be afraid to use that joyous, generous side that you have, because I think that's going to bring you in the returns. That's going to give you a lot of answers for your future, a lot of key answers, because they're tying in with a lot of coincidences as well. And I think you need to provoke that a little bit within the life that is around you. Okay, so let's get on with the Light Seers card. Let's just see what's going on with here with a bit of clarification. 10 of Wands. I think you've done a lot of work, and I think the overall energy here is, with this mental agility that's coming into your life, and this cutting through the mist so you can see your pathway clearly. The general energy is taking away burdens upon you that you don't need anymore. That they're a bit of a bind more than anything else. So this should make things a lot easier for you going forward. With the Three of Wands, yeah, take time to learn. I think more than anything else that comes out of this. But when you need to put your foot on the accelerator, you're going to have to put your foot on the accelerator at some point. I think that's more coming in next week more than this week, after the 19th. But yeah, this is be patient and learn your craft, learn your emotions, learn how you can stay true to your emotions and explore them as well at the same time with other people. I think that's what's on the karmic path for you. The coincidences from the universe, or the energy coming in from the universe with that King of Pentacles, is the Five of Wands. That's strange. We've got the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. It's that conversion of waiting into action of a plan. And this is where I think what you're doing here with this learning and understanding here, the universe is helping you to be the best example of yourself. I think that's what it is more than anything else. I want to know what that Three of Swords is. That's what I want to know. What's this thing that caused you a bit of angst in the past? I think it was like, what I'm getting here is, it's like you invested in a relationship and you went all in, and you really, invested in a relationship, and it's like the rug got pulled from under your feet. This could have been much younger. You know, this could have been 15, 20, even 30 years ago. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's going to play into your human rhythms. You'll find a masterclass on Cymatic TV about the human rhythms. You know, it could be 24 years ago, it could be 48 years ago. You know, that's how it sort of works in a way. It works in rhythms. And I think you really invested in the past and didn't, and as I say, got the rug pulled out from underneath your feet. As you're planning for this future, or I think you're putting it into planning, and it's seeing things in a different way, seeing how you engage in the relationships in a different way. I think it's more exploring the activities of doing things, of going places and stuff like that, which is not really in your repertoire. And this is why I think you're seeing things in a different way. I think it's going to ask you to travel, to explore a bit more within your relationships. And I think, yeah, out of this week, that's what comes out of that week. And that's what that's what the hangman is looking at. It's looking at that star. And I think that comes from the end of this week. And all of a sudden you see this star that you know you've got to go down. You know you've got to explore, because I think you'll really love it, actually. And as you explore that, you're going to discover a lot of different capacities within you without having to, you know, risk anything anymore. And, you know, it's going to bring in a lot of healing according to that three of swords. There's two cards that want to come out there. You've got two Kings of Pentacles. You now got the Queen of Pentacles over here with that Page of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. As I said, it was like this, that's that constant staff, as I said. I think this is where you're backing yourself up, or the energy's backing yourself up, or your karmic sort of rewards are backing yourself up, the way you've positioned yourself in the past. She knows when the fruit's going to be falling from that tree she's sitting under. She doesn't have to go anywhere. That's why she's confident in the future. She's got this constant. And this here is also, this constant is reflected in the idea that it should be good for you. It should be thinking about you. And then all of a sudden, now you've got that constant, that's when you can start concentrating on the possibilities, the much bigger possibilities for you. Okay. What's this Three of Pentacles? This is all to do with the good quality work that you've done and the universe returning it to you. With the Three of Pentacles, you get the Ten of Swords. There's an old sort of saying that you need to be bankrupt 3 times before you become a successful business person. And you know, I think that's part and parcel of the learning curve. And it's also something that's made you a lot stronger. So I think the universe here is sort of saying, we understand what you put into life and didn't get the results from. But that's dead, done and dusted with. That's the past. But it's made you stronger and made you much more, you know, much more sort of intelligent in a way. Or, you know, it stopped you from wasting time. You get a real decent quality out of your work, as it were. On your past, your future, did I say something about unison? I think I did when I was doing that. Check it out. You might want to go back. But yeah, that's what that intuition. So if you had intuitions in your past that worked for you, that brought you happiness, and that got you in alignment with yourself, or got you that first job, and before you started, you know, before you really got into your career and stuff like that, if you've been using your intuition in the past, see how and why you did it, because that's obviously, I think there's lessons for you of what you can take to the future going forward. I just had a fly. I don't know if you saw that. Anyway, yeah. In your future self, with the 8, this gives you that focal point. There's a lot of communication, as I said, with the 8 of Wands there. And I think this is where you're turning that negative into positive. And I think that's when you're going to really understand how good you are, Aquarius. And how good it can be. If you just take the cream to make the butter rather than actually taking the milk, take the cream to make the butter. And I think this is where you can, you know, you can really, being patient with yourself, and I think you're very good about that, And learning about patience in yourself will allow you to have the understanding to take a business, which is like a side business or something like that, or you know, a side job or a project, to much bigger levels. With the Queen of Cups, you get the Seven of Pentacles. Out of this week here, that understanding there to do with the tomato pole, the consistency within you, and the quality of what you've learned in the past. Now you've got to nurture it, but nurture it in a way that opens up communications with other people. There's a lot of networking, there's a lot of enjoyment in opening new doors and nurturing your career path, nurturing the second thing that, you know, like a side hustle that's coming on, or a project or so forth. I think it's going to really serve you enormously well going forward without too much effort, and it will seem like fun rather than work. So yeah, there you go, Aquarius. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. You know, you will get the monthly reading. You'll see it around my head at some point. There's also going to be some videos on this, what's going on in the sun on Cymatic TV. You'll find that there as well. Pop on over there. It's our channel all about energy. So yeah, thank you for all the support you give here on YouTube, liking, sharing, commenting. Any which way you see fit is absolutely beautiful, and I thank you very much for all of that. In the meantime, either I see you on Cymatic TV or I see you here, whichever way it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.